Sponsored by Squarespace. From websites and online stores to marketing tools and analytics, Squarespace is the all-in-one platform to build a beautiful online presence.
It's crazy just how long we've been doing this show. And just, we don't do it very often, which is funny because it's like the most important show to us that we do.
Brother Time was always my favorite show to do. I just thought that it was just a dumb thing that nobody would ever care about.
Once our channel started to get, bigger than we had imagined, we kept all those old videos up as kind of like an encouragement to others to keep going, and you can see where that practice can take you.
People started watching our channel and they went back and found those old home videos and they asked us to make more of those. It was like, well, how would that story keep going?
Brother Time has always been the most fun thing to film that we film on this channel for as long as we've had this channel, which is a long time, because we get to interact in basically the same kind of way that we interact in real life. Like, that same humor is pretty much exactly the same as when we're just goofing off.
Like, just imagine that you have this really kind of strange little hobby and you think that you're the only person in the whole world that is ever going to enjoy this thing, and then suddenly you have all these people commenting to you online asking you, hey, will you keep doing that hobby and like make more of it? That's what Brother Time is like for us.
The memories that we have made filming these episodes are lasting. Other videos that we make, when I watch them, I'm like, when did we film that? But with Brother Time, when we rewatch them, it's like, oh yeah, I remember exactly like the bloopers and what was being said behind the camera and stuff.
Like, to me, Brother Time is the ultimate like embodiment of what we like to do, and like our friendships and like the relationship that we have with the people who watch our videos and all of that, because it's such like a weird sort of niche thing. It is what it is, and we appreciate the people that enjoy it, and we want more people to enjoy it too. So what we've done is created a quick recap that gives you all the backstory for all 3 seasons up to this point. So if you don't want to watch all of our old home videos, but you do want to see the story so far, you can check it out right here, right now. And we got it narrated by the great Katie Leigh, who you guys probably know as Connie Kendall from Adventures in Odyssey.
Okay, so there are these 2 brothers, Jordan and Josh. They live in Tennessee, and their lives are mostly boring. They do stuff like normal brothers do. Play pranks, solve mysteries, girl problems, the usual. Actually, the last thing there is pretty embarrassing, because you see, one of the girls they like, well, it turns out she's their cousin.
Jordan, we're cousins with her. Where are you?
I am at a crossroad in my life.
Let's just move on. Okay, so then one day, Josh decides to go to college. This hurts Jordan, but he has trouble verbalizing his feelings. Instead, he secretly sabotages Josh's chances at attending college. I mean, in all fairness, he does start to feel guilty, and so he attempts to make things right, though his method for doing this is very questionable.
Your name is Thomas Huddleston. All your information is right there. There's a bus ticket in there. Don't ask any questions. You start tomorrow.
So once Josh leaves for Candlelight College, which is in Alabama, by the way, Jordan's sister, Amy, yeah, they have a sister too, I forgot to mention that, she finally emerges from her room. She doesn't really like Josh very much, and finally he's gone. She attempts to be friends with Jordan, but Jordan can't get his mind off Josh, so that plan goes nowhere. Then, over Thanksgiving break, Josh brings home his weird new girlfriend, a fellow Candlelight student named Kelly. Jordan is obviously shocked by this, and the evening is a disaster. Once Josh returns to college, the faculty finds out that he has been attending the school under an assumed name, and yeah, he's kicked out. He comes back home, but Jordan insists he returns to Candlelight one more time to break up with his weird girlfriend. Okay, so that was season 1. Season 2 starts up 7 years later. Jordan and Josh have moved to Alabama, and things seem mostly normal. Almost too normal, if you ask me. And then one day, Josh confesses to Jordan that he called his weird old girlfriend Kelly. It is at this point that we find out things are not mostly normal at all. Because, get this, as it turns out, Josh and Kelly secretly got married a few years before. But Jordan discovered this and quickly came up with a plan to get his brother away from his girlfriend, who is now his wife, and honestly, the whole thing is a little convoluted and exposition heavy, but that's just my opinion. The important thing to take away from season 2 is that both Jordan and Josh have not been very honest with each other, and this all finally comes out when Kelly shows up at their house. Jordan realizes that this is probably the end of brother-brother time, and he writes Josh an apology. He also pays for them to take the honeymoon they never got. As far as I know, this is the last time the brothers have spoken. Season 3 picks up 2 years later. We find Jordan and Amy living in Tennessee and Josh and Kelly living in Alabama. Jordan is trying to get his music career off the ground, but he's got really bad writer's block. He's desperate for inspiration, so he starts reminiscing about his first band. Amy knows that her brother needs brother-brother time, even if it's really hard for her to admit. So she secretly sends a music video to Josh in Alabama. So Josh gets the tape and Kelly tries to convince him to call his brother, but he won't do it. In fact, we think he's about to call Jordan, but instead, he calls his
Cousin.
cousin. Wait, that's it? Why'd he call his cousin? Will Josh and Jordan ever get to have more brother-brother time? I can't wait to find out what happens next. When's the next episode, Josh?
Okay, calm down, okay? The next episode is premiering next week, all right? And it's going to be a lot of fun, so...
Very excited for it.
Hey, thanks so much to Squarespace for sponsoring this video. Guys, they've been such a faithful sponsor of ours for so long and helped us make shows like Brother Time possible.
Whether you want to start a blog, a web store, a portfolio, or you want your own website, do it with Squarespace.
Personally, Squarespace made building our site so easy. We have an online shop that is exclusive to our supporters that support BlimeyCow.com, and Squarespace makes it so easy to update it or create discount codes, ship merch. It's just the best.
Squarespace is an all-in-one platform, which means that they have everything you need to keep your site updated and looking amazing. Forget all of the subscriptions once you start using Squarespace.
They have video blocks, which lets you embed YouTube and Vimeo videos right onto your website, which is super convenient for us with our site. They have Squarespace member areas where you can put gated content just for members of your site, and you can very, very easily look at all of your analytics as well.
Squarespace helps us run our business, and they can help you too. If you want your own space on the web, do it with Squarespace.
Head over to squarespace.com for a free trial, and then when you're ready to launch, go to our link, squarespace.com/cow, because there you're going to get 10% off your first purchase of a website or domain. That's squarespace.com/cow. Well, Jordan, any other thoughts about Brother Time?
Very excited. I hope this isn't the last season. I have no idea if it is the last.
I don't know. I will say that I've always thought about it as the last season.
Yeah, I know.
That's all, but that is, so I am writing it to tell the rest of the story, but I don't know if it will be the end of the story.
Right.
So I don't know. I know that's it's kind of weird or whatever, but
we shall see.
Yeah, we'll see. That's part of it. It's like every time I write one, I'm like,
right.
I don't want to be done doing this. Like this is the best.
And then he starts crying. And it's like, wow.
It really is like so fun writing those episodes. Like I think that's the most, outside of like hanging out with my child. I think that's the most fun I have in my life right now.
That's funny.
Or playing Flame Rouge with you, which we don't get
yes,
to do
which
very
we
much.
don't do very much anymore.
But that's those are my 3 great joys.
That's right. All right, guys.
Yeah.
We'll talk to you soon.
Thanks everybody. See you next week for Brother Time. Bye.